Okay, for all of you that have had trouble replicating the 3-coil self-running system, I thought I'd make it a lot more complex, and then maybe you wouldn't have so much trouble. And I'm going to stop short on telling you what this is. I'm going to let you make your own decision when I show you the components and what's going on here. And then in the next video I'm going to set a piece of test equipment up here in front of it and probe it to show you where the RF is, to show that there's no way that I'm faking this and putting energy into this circuit externally. It's all being generated internally. Okay, so what do we have here? We have this plastic tub of water. Maybe I should say container. Tub sounds weird. Anyway, we have this plastic container of water that was used in the last video I put up where we were indicating possible cooling. On the end of that container, right here, we have a 6x6 by 2 centimeter aluminum block. It's connected to this L3. This L3 goes over here to an AV plug and is connected to the power rail of this 18X exciter. This is a standard 18X. You can see it has its bypass capacitor, protection diode, and so forth. Off of the positive side of the rail, I come up to this counterpoise, impedance offset. You can call it an antenna, but it's not. Anyway, we have this open-ended clip lead just dangling up here to balance out this other end. The leads coming from the power supply, which was used to initially start it, are laying. And off of the output of this exciter, we go to another L3. This L3 hooks to another 6x6 by 2 centimeter aluminum block laying on top of this container of water. Now, off of the negative rail of the exciter, I have a wire running over here into this AV plug, feeding this red lead, and off of the positive side of the AV plug and the LED, we come over and connect to the negative rail of this exciter. Now, let me just show you this exciter. It is just barely running. In fact, you can't even really see its indicator lead running. Now this one is slightly different. This is more of one of our student prototypes that we have here. It has 1,000 microfarad capacitor in it. The protection diode's not in the circuit, and it does have the auxiliary output with the tuning capacitor, but none of that is being used. So anyway, this one is operating. Its output connects to a 1,000 ohm resistor, which connects to this end of the container of water, again with a 6x6 by 2 centimeter aluminum block. So you can see this one's barely working. This guy's working quite nicely. And of course we have a lead. Now, you can say, okay, plus or minus, plus or minus 2 mils, there could be 2 mils going in there, but you're going to find out that that's not the case. So what I need to do now is kind of prove to you that there's no energy coming in externally that's powering this thing, and I also think you'll be amazed when you find out where the energy actually is. It's quite startling what's going on here. So anyway, this is the teaser. I know it's complicated. A lot more complicated than the 3-coil system, but this one works also, and I think this one is going to be more productive because I've already been powering 12 white LEDs with it, but I just wanted to use this red because it's a lot easier to see, and it's a lot easier to get it back into initial oscillation. So anyway, let me go ahead and get that test gear down and try to get that other video up following this one.